Good morning, I'm Christina and I'm in education psychology. I'm going into elementary education and this year we were asked to read the teacher's tackle box. And at first I just thought it was just going to be another book that our teachers had us read that would just go in one ear and out the other, wouldn't really comprehend it. But that's not the case at all. In reading this book, you kind of just dig in deep and you just keep going. I learned a lot from this book actually. It gives you different scenarios about different things that will happen as your first year teacher or just ongoing as teaching.
Hi, my name is Jim Carrier and I'm an aspiring high school history teacher and basketball coach. Everybody makes mistakes and I made a big one when it came to this book. When I first looked at it, the cover, I thought this is perfect for L-Ed teachers, but for somebody that's going into secondary ed, there's probably nothing in there for me that's going to be helpful. That was a big mistake.
Hello, I'm Stephanie Walker and I'm studying to be a first grade teacher, and we are in educational psych and our teacher required that we read the teacher's tackle box. Now, as I'm a pre-service teacher, I have done some observation, so I read this book before I started my observations and I referred back to a lot of it while I was.
I am so glad I got to read this book. It's something that I will take with me throughout my whole life, not just my future teaching career, but with being a mother, I think this is a book I can refer to.
Fantastic.
My name is Gabby. I'm a second-year student at Three Rivers College, and I'm pursuing my major in elementary education. And reading the teacher's tackle box has given me like an insight of what it's going to be as a new teacher starting out.
It talks about getting in a relationship with the parents. The I statement I thought was great, but this is truly a book that I will definitely reread every year before the school year starts. It is truly a tackle box for teachers.
I think the book as a whole is really important for teachers that are teaching now and students that are going to be teaching in a couple years.
What I enjoyed about the book was I love that they used the tackle box or the fisherman's analogies. To me, that brought it closer to home. There wasn't a whole lot of technical terms where I felt I needed to maybe pull out a dictionary or a thesaurus to understand.
My favorite part was probably the first chapter. You don't know what to expect when you're going to start out being a teacher, and then diving into teaching, which is the first chapter, kind of gives you a vision of what it's going to be like when you step into the school for the first time.
My favorite chapter was chapter 1 because it was pretty much just going into your first day and like how to navigate with your new coworkers.
And in chapter 4 it says hooking students onto learning. Now this was a big thing for me because I have thought about like when I start teaching, how am I going to get my students to comprehend, or what if they don't want to listen to me? And this kind of gives you scenarios to help you get through that.
Everything in this book is good, and even if you're an elementary teacher or a secondary ed teacher, there are things that you're going to be able to take away in this book that will help you in your first year and on down the road.
Chapter 2 was my favorite. I chose that chapter as my favorite because I love the I statement. I think this is something that I will use throughout my whole life.
I think that it's a great source for beginner teachers, and I think that anybody that's going into teaching should definitely read this book. And it's
My first year, I think this will be like my teacher Bible.
The Teacher's Tackle Box. Read it.